Welcome back. State Forest Department is proposing to declare Kotigao and Bhagwan Mahavir Wildlife Sanctuary as critical wildlife habitat. Process of declaring Bondla and Salim Ali Bird Sanctuary as critical wildlife habitat is almost complete. The residential dwellings in the critical area will be rehabilitated to other places outside the protected region.
Bondla and Salim Ali Bird Sanctuary in Sodan are also famous for their biodiversity. Panchayats around Bondla region have given their consent for declaration of this sanctuary as critical wildlife habitat. For Salim Ali Wildlife Sanctuary, one more hearing is to be conducted by state level committee. Officials say that they will soon propose for the declaration of these sanctuaries as critical wildlife habitat. Kotigaon Wildlife Sanctuary in Kankon is spread across 86 square kilometers. Similarly, Bhagwan Mahavir Wildlife Sanctuary covers a whopping 240 square kilometers area in Sangye Taluka. Both these sanctuaries are biodiversity hotspots. For both these sanctuaries, Forest Department has initiated their work for proposing the forest as critical wildlife habitat.
We have already served the notices to the adjoining Gram Panchayats, and the date for state level expert committee, date for hearing is yet to be finalized.
So even these sanctuaries are being planned to put under critical wildlife habitat.
Yes, it has been decided, but the area exactly whether all survey numbers will be included or not, that is yet to be decided by the state government.
These sanctuaries will be declared critical wildlife habitats under Tribal Welfare Act. Rights of the people staying in critical wildlife habitat will be protected by government, but it would be outside the protected region.
Once it is declared as a critical wildlife habitat, then comes the role of this Tribal Act. In case under this Tribal Act they prove themselves to be a landholder or their forest tribes or other forest dwellers as defined under this Act. In case they prove themselves as the bona fide right holder of that piece of land, so their rights will be protected but outside the critical wildlife habitat.
A senior reporter from Panji, Rakesh Kandolkar.
Robbers have hit Salsette again. 7 shops were burgled in Kurtori on Sunday night. Robbers had conducted a daylight robbery at Shirwalde last week.
7 shops at Kurtori market were looted on Sunday night. Robbers entered the shop by breaking locks of the shutters. The instrument used to break the locks were also found at the shop. The owner of the shop, Subhash Mapari, gave us more details.
More than 30,000. Around limit, no limit. Beyond, it may be cross any amount. Police
Luckily, rest of the 6 shop owners did not suffer much loss. Mapari has already filed a police complaint and police are investigating the case. Our reporter from Madgaon, Samir Bhatt for Prudent Media.
2nd November is commemorated as All Souls Day. Christians dedicate this day to their loved ones who have left this world. It is on this day that the church prays for the departed, so that their souls may be free from all sins.
All Souls Day begins on the 1st of November at 12 noon with the tolling of bells. Catholics converge at cemeteries for Holy Mass, which is celebrated with a focus on those who have died and buried. People beautify the graves of their loved ones with candles and flowers and spend a few moments praying for their souls. The day is an expression of a deep sense of gratitude to people who have gone and were dearly connected to their loved ones.
On the 1st, usually it is accepted, on the 1st by 12 o'clock people start flocking to the cemetery, and there is this practice of tolling the bells.
आम्ही आमचो वर्स एक पावटी आमचे धर्मान आमकां सांगलें आहा आमच्या मेल्ल्यांचो उगडास करून ते ह्यो दीस जावन आसा थारायल्लो सगल्या मेल्ल्या सोंपलेल्या पासून पावून दोऱ्याक वचचो आपणा येवन आपल्या फामिलीचे आदल्या दिसा येवन त्या फोंड्याक सोयता सगळे सोबीत फुलांनी न्हेसोवन नाय सकाळीं मिसाचें पोलितान जाले उपरांत मिसान सगळे वांटो घेतात आनी ते उपरांत आपणाच्या फोंड्यार वचून आनीकूय कोत्यान आपणाची मागणी देवा लागीं मागतात.
Father Miranda explained the reason behind observing this important day.
Every person who goes there is destined for the eternal bliss, has to be pure, has to be purified from his sins. And that's why there is a sort of a time or a state in which a person goes through a state, through a process of purification by the mercy and by the grace of God. The Lord Himself purifies us.
Our reporters Jason Suarez and Ramesh Naik are out with video journalist Sunny Narvekar for Prudent Media.
Time now for another short break. Stay tuned.